South Korea has an inquiry on international adoptions. They are basically saying that they engaged in mass adoptions or exporting of children since the 1950s after the Korean War and all that. It's really shocking. This inquiry, the Truth and Reconciliation Committee or Commission is doing it, and I think it's on until May. And basically, they found like thousands, like 170,000 children were like mass exported out of the country to basically Western countries. And just the amount of people that have human rights violations, it's just astounding. And just the amount of them so far. They haven't gone through all of the petitions, but like some of the people, they're like, yeah, we got sent to these families, and now our families are like the adoptive parents are dead, but they were never prosecuted. And this one lady, if you read it, she's like, they treated the dog better than me. And they wouldn't let her like say anything. She'd like cry all the time, and she'd never be able to speak in her house. So now the adoptive parents were old and they've died. So really shocking how some of the other kids were like abused and stuff. And like people were trying to rediscover their families and all that. Really, really, yeah, disturbing. And it's basically like the majority of the people were from like the 1960s to present day. And yeah, 170,000 people. And it's hundreds of people so far that they have, that are saying that they have some sort of like abuse or human rights complaint or something like that. I was just like, wow. Because apparently, when mass adoptions happened, it was right after the war, and kids didn't have families anymore. Their families were dead. And so they didn't have rules for adoptions. So people could just take kids, no background checks on them or anything like that. Really, really shocking that all these people are adults now, and they're talking about how they were abused by their families, or how like their actual biological family still exists, and just things that they had to experience overseas. And yeah, what do you think about this? I mean, I've never really thought about it before, but yeah, South Korea is one of the countries where they have one of the largest amounts of Western adoption in the world. Don't forget to like and subscribe.